Greetings, beautiful ones. Sonia, the host of the Treasure Is You podcast and Creative Power. Yes, beautiful ones. Do you have the creative power? Are you the creative power? And what is the creative power? Well, as I have been rediscovering, is every step that we take, every person that we come into contact with, and every experience that you are able to recall, you have been exhibiting your creative power through all of it. Yes, beautiful ones, because you are a creator being. Yeah, you are a creator being. So when people ask you what you do for work, well, essentially, dear ones, what I am reaching for is that when people ask you, what is it that you do for work or what is it that you do? I'm here to tell you, if you didn't know, that all of us, we are creator beings. We have the creative power within us. It is a part of us. We just naturally do it. Even in moments where you find yourself unworthy, you find yourself doubting yourself, you don't believe in yourself, you can't see yourself, all of these things that diminishes who you are. Even in those moments, guess what, beautiful ones? You are always creating. Now, you may be creating things that you don't like, but our essence is that of the creator. All right? So if anybody asks you what you do for work, you need to just tell them, well, if you want to, I'm a creator. We all are creators, every one of us. And what did I say? We create every day. Yeah, unconsciously. But just think, dear ones, if you create it consciously, wow, what a concept, huh? Life would be so exciting. Are you finding those pictures in your mind right now? Yeah, life would be exciting because you are creating. You're not in the mundane, going to that 9 to 5, doing the same boring things. Yeah, I say all this because I've done it. Yeah, I've done it. And when I was in that environment, yeah, my goodness. I can't even, I worked in the medical field, dear ones, for over 25 years. Okay. I don't really share all that stuff because it's still a part of me because I've done it, but I'm beyond that now. So I can't even, well, I can because I have. I was about to say, I can't even walk in a hospital, which I call an institution. So forgive me, dear ones, if I'm biased, but I worked in the healthcare field and I've seen it all. Okay. All. I worked hand in hand with some of the best doctors who have created cutting edge technology. Okay. Like I have seen it all. All right. So, in the midst of me seeing it all, I'm still informing you that you're a creator. In a nutshell, we are all creators. And what is so significant about us talking about our creative power is that the spell of conditioning is what continuously keeps a person doubting themselves, right? Making a person feel like they don't know what they're talking about. So that's the spell of conditioning takes all of us down many other roads when we are not sure of who we are. And then on top of that, beautiful ones, we have all kind of advertising that diminishes women, that diminishes men. Think about it. That diminishes, listen to this, the mother archetype. Yes, it diminishes the mother. Wow. Why would anybody diminish the mother? The mother is what gives life to all of us, gives birth to life, keeps this world alive. So, why would a certain part of the collective diminish the mother? The mother is what I just said, the creator of life that brings life into the world. You wouldn't exist if it wasn't for the mother archetype. And of course, I cannot forget the father as well, right? It takes two to make life come into manifestation, right? But what I'm saying with our creative power and where I'm going with this is that because of the mother's creative power, the conditionings, beautiful ones, have diminished the mother, has diminished the divine feminine by just many things. If a beautiful woman walks and is in her power, meaning she does not care what others say about who she is, how she's dressing, how her hair is, any of that stuff. Okay, she's in her element. But because of that creative power I'm speaking of, this spell of conditioning strives to diminish the divine feminine, the mother aspect. If a woman dressed sexy because she wants to dress sexy, she's not dressing sexy for anybody else. She's dressing sexy because she feels sexy. She feels confident. She feels all of this about herself. So guess what happens? Which is not her fault. This is just, it just shows you the many layers of the collective where some people are insecure, some people are, what's another word? They feel unworthy. So whatever those people, whatever those feelings other people feel when they see a beautiful woman, guess what happens? They project their insecurities. They project all of their thoughts and feelings about that woman. And that woman could care less about what you say or think. But because that is in the field where we all pick up information, then that is in our essence to feel insecure, to feel unworthy. So the divine feminine, if she gets caught up in those illusions, then guess what happens? She's not confident. She doesn't dress the way she wants because she's now affected by the certain structures, the beliefs of which are all illusions and laughable. The way a woman may dress, as I said, for some people that's insecure, it all boils down to, because this is all a part of that creative power I'm speaking about. So when all of that is frowned upon, you can't express yourself, you can't dress the way you want to dress, not for anybody else, for you. So when a woman does that, guess what happens? It invokes fear into a lot of people. Yeah, it does. It invokes being jealous and envious. Yes, it does. In some people, just say it like it is. But is it her fault that she can exhibit confidence in sexuality? And guess what? She's brilliant as well. So that's three things. That's a triple threat to some people, to the collective that wants to dominate and control. And who's a part of these dominating and controlling structures in the old paradigm? The religious system, the educational system, the medical system, the government system. What else? Your family. Yeah, your family. Yes, because they're a part of it. They believe it. So all of these structures that we fall into that trap of not believing in ourselves, when that is in, these are imprints, when they are within the mind, within the body, within the emotions, then guess what happens? Women lose their power. They lose their power because that mentality is out there. That mentality is telling you, oh, you can't wear that dress. Oh, you can't say that. Oh, you can't go here. You see what I'm saying? So this is a part of that suppression. So it diminishes and it blocks your creative power. And it doesn't just affect women. It affects the society, the whole. Because think about it. A husband that's married to a woman, they may have issues because that woman may be affected by the structures of society that says she can't wear this, she can't say this, okay? She can't do what she wants to do. So you see how that works, how it all comes into play, and it's all in the background, okay? So this is why a lot of people, and as I said, this is for everybody, not just women. It blocks everybody's creative power. You become suppressed. You don't feel free. This is why you hear artists like rap artists, that just came to my mind. They rap about they rap about topics that are very vulgar, right? It's because humanity has been so suppressed that when a rapper or a singer or any type of artist comes out with anything that's going to go against the grain and it becomes a number one hit, it's because we have been so suppressed. That creative power in us has been suppressed, and we don't even know who we are. And as I said in the beginning, we're all creator beings. That's who we are. So let me just put this image up here, ones. Every single soul gets their creative power right here, the sacral chakra, which in Sanskrit is called the Swadhisthana chakra, and is all about our emotional well-being. All right, let me just put it up more close. So when that, dear ones, is blocked, that chakra, And a chakra, for those who don't know what a chakra is, it's an energy vortex, dear ones, that filters out toxic thoughts, toxic behaviors, any type of toxicity, any foods that you eat as well, any toxins in that. It helps to filter all that out so that chakra can remain open so you can be creative. But if this chakra is blocked because of insecurity, right? Doubt and shame, you're not able to express yourself just because of these structures that said, you know, a woman can't express herself, a woman can't vote, a woman can't do anything, right? But what did I say in the beginning? The woman is the archetype who births life into the world. So if it wasn't for the divine feminine, the mother aspect, we wouldn't have life. So why is it that the parts of the collective that loves to control and dominate, why are they diminishing the beautiful mother archetype? Why? Ask yourself that question. Okay. So I just want to say as well that our sacral chakra, as I said, it's the chakra where we are creative. It is also the chakra that we express sexually, that we are comfortable in our own skin. We can express ourselves. So when all that is open, it is so easy for you to create because you're in your element. You don't have any insecurities. Yeah. You don't have any blocks within your energetic system. So when it's open and it's balanced, emotionally, you're free, you're joyful, you're creative, you're passionate, and you have healthy relationships. Yeah, all of your relationships are healthy because this chakra is open. But when it's not open and you are feeling insecure about yourself, the way you look, about what society says that you should be doing, all of these things play into the creative power. And guess what? The powers that be that like to control and to manipulate, they know that. This is why we have all types of commercials and things that diminish women. It's all a part of it, dear ones. So you can have an overactive sacral chakra or a underactive sacral chakra. So when it's underactive, you feel this numbness, you feel this lack of creativity. You're socially withdrawn. And for some people, they don't even feel beautiful. They don't have a sexual desire because that energy vortex, which is the sacral chakra, it's blocked. And like I said, it could be blocked because of society saying this and making you feel insecure about yourself. But when this is open, this is when we create. You can tap into that creative well because we all have it, because we are, our natural essence is that of the creator, because we are extensions of the creator. So an overactive sacral chakra can be addictive patterns. You are seeking pleasure, people pleasing, emotional vitality. I mean, emotional neediness. These are all a part of the overactive sacral chakra. So, yeah, I just wanted to talk about that briefly because this is what happens in the world, and a lot of people are unaware of what's happening. They're unaware of why they want to do something, but they're not able to physically create. You heard of creator's block? Yeah, all of this stuff is real. You can have a creative block because of many things, because you could be stressed, because you live or you're around people who doubt you. So then that blocks you because you're tapping into the other people's energy field instead of being focused. So this is what is important across the board for all of us, is to be focused on what you believe, what you love. And when you do that, all of those people's judgments and criticism will not affect you. But I'm here to tell you, collectively, we have a massive wound on the divine feminine, the mother aspect. And that aspect is suppressed in many ways, vocally, okay, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Yeah. So a woman is suppressed in all ways. So when a woman is suppressed like that, then guess what? Her creative power has been diminished, has been siphoned because of what I just said. The suppression, the suppression on her on every aspect, because she's very powerful, okay? She's very powerful, and it affects the whole world because of that. Yes, it does. It affects the whole world, men and children, because everyone comes from the woman, is birthed from the woman. So instead of uplifting the divine feminine, the mother aspect, who gives life to this world, we should be lifting her up. Yes. Raising up the mother. Because the mother is wise, creative, nurturing. She's all of the things that this world needs. Yes. And we have to be in alignment. We have to honor the divine feminine, the mother. Because the mother, as I said, nourishes everyone when the mother is balanced. But when the mother isn't balanced, guess what happens? As I just said, insecurity, unworthiness, addictive patterns, all these things happen to her because of the suppression, because of the pain that a mother could be carrying from our collective wound. Yeah, it's a collective wound that all women have within their reproductive system. Yes. It's a wound that says you can't be sexual, you can't express yourself. This is the religious part, like, you know, you can't do that. That's not godly. Okay? These are man's words, not God's words. Okay? So you have to heart discern all of that. This is man's words. So when a woman does not feel sexual, then what you think happens? It blocks her sacral chakra. So when it blocks her sacral chakra, and think about it, if she's married, she's bringing that into the marriage, and that marriage can become strained because of that suppression. And it's a domino effect. And it just continues and continues and continues until somebody wakes up and says, I'm dressing how I want to dress because I want to dress this way. I could care less what you say. I could care less what this society says, this religious community says. I could care less. Okay? So when a woman exhibits that power, you have just taken back your power. Okay? You are liberating yourself from that collective wound that has been placed upon all humanity because the powers that like to control and dominate do not want you to be in your power. There you go. Does not want you to be in your creative power. Because if you were in your creative power, watch out, world. Yes, watch out, world, because you are going to change the world. And that is how it's supposed to be. Every one of us, every woman, every man, and every child, we are supposed to be in our creative element, not diminished by another person's belief. They're projecting their own insecurities on you and have been doing it for eons. This is why the world, in most parts of the world, we have addiction. We have insecurity. We have all of these misalignments. It's because that collective wound is preventing everyone to create and to be authentic. Yeah, be authentic. Yes. Being authentic is being in your creative power. Yes, dear ones. So your creative power resides in your sacral chakra. The element is water. It is affected by the moon element, the yin element, the divine feminine, the creative waters of creativity, that dark cosmic space where all life was born. Yeah. So know thyself. Know your power. Do the things you love. Express yourself. Do not allow another person. Do not allow those old structures that have suppressed everyone, especially women. Do not allow them to take your power. Okay? Do not. It's pretty laughable when I think about it now. It's not laughable when you're going through it. Yeah, it's not. But when you have gone through it and you know that those are projections from other people who are insecure, from other people who aim to control and dominate. Yeah, that's what it is. It's a controlling mechanism. So know thyself, dear ones. You are the creative power. Do the things you love. Get out and dance. Move those hips. There you go. Move those hips. That's the emotional waters, honey. Move those hips. And when you do that, you will be keeping your sacral chakra open. Yes, you will. You got to move it. Don't listen to what anybody else is telling you. Do the things you love. You like cooking? Go ahead and cook. You like dancing? Go dance. dance, dance, dance. That right there opens that chakra completely. And then when you do that, you won't even listen to what other people are saying because you have opened that chakra and you know that you are that creative power. Now, I can go a lot deeper into this creative power, but I just wanted everyone to know that everyone is a creator being. Every single one is a creator being. Know thyself, beautiful ones. Take care.